Okay guys, let's now work on some of the defensive actions that we did last week, and once again we're looking at trying to establish margins for success. So I'll kind of define those as we're going through this. So I have Jeff here today. So one of the first ones we did was with the kids. We were looking at, okay, so the bad guy grabs or the bully grabs or whatever. So one of the things you want to do is come in on the inside and block at the biceps, because once you check those biceps here, I mean, he's sort of limited now. He can pull his hands away to try to get away from you, so it just helps you. So by establishing this, what we call bicep block or thumb block actually in this area, from here, now you have all these opening advantages and all these center line actions are here. So what we worked on was thrusting that knee. Okay, so again, they come in, they grab, I come in here, thrust the knee. Now from here, as I'm planning, I can push off to establish a greater range so that I can get away. Alright, and then we said, well, I'm here, I hit him real hard, he bends over, I grab that collar and I take him down. I'm using that angle right there of disturbance because it's right to the front. Then I can work whatever and then get away. Okay? So that was one of the defensive practices. The next one we looked at was kicking. Again, so a lot of times, I mean, the greatest idea is they're kicking you, and you think, oh, I just want to move back. Now, sure, that can get me out of the range, but now I'm still in line for a follow-up of some sort. Okay? So the simplest thing I can do for kicking is just get off the train track. Or just move straight to the side, or even almost forward if I could. So as he's coming, and then I could use my arm, right, just the flat of my arm with what we would call the downward block, but just as an action to kind of aid making sure that doesn't get me. Okay, so we're here, went away kick, drag up, kick to the knee here, okay, and then I can, again, push him on that angle of disturbance to give me time to get away. So this also, ideally, when possible, I want to work to the back side to reduce those margins, because if I go to the inside over here, now I'm susceptible to all of his personal angles of his hands and things of that nature. However, that could happen. So I'm here, he drags up, I move out of the way. Now I want to use my longer range weapons so I don't have to get closer to him. Okay? But if I work it right, and I get there, then I could move in and again start to work those angles right there. And that angle of disturbance, which we'll almost have to do a whole video just on that to show the advantages you get from working the angle of disturbance. And then the last one we worked on was, wow, they grabbed me really tight right in here. So again, even though they have me sort of in this bear hug, I can't move, I can still gain some controls. And I want to work those controls so that, you know, that again gets me these margins for success, because now he's sort of limited in what he can do also. So I'm here, now if I step off to one side or the other, I'm moving out of his, what we call his strength or power zone, and now I have these openings for vulnerable areas here. So I can hit him, which we worked, and we also worked on that I get a hold over here, can step around behind, and then I have control this way. Okay, so that I can start to work this way and again affect his balance. Okay? And then we said, well, what if he grabs me and my arms are free? Again, I want to trap right here, and now I'm going to put my weight into him so that now he's having to handle all of that weight. And now I can just keep pushing and because his grip is starting to fatigue. Right? And just hold it, and that once, because he's going to struggle. I get there, I can attack one side. Now, one of the things we did is we checked him here, and we will look at, I have the elbow strike in this direction here, or I can attack the hand, set it, come around, and put him into a wrist lock. Okay? So once again, when you do the grabs here, you want to come down, let me get on this side of it. So it's just like you're going to match it. So you want to grab and grab. Now there's some fancy grabs where I could come in and get both hands onto the thumb this way. But this takes a higher degree of skill and a little more work. Where this I'm doing more of a gross motor skill. Grabbing him here, lock it. And then what I say again is, once you have this set right here, is you're trying to say pinky, touch the elbow. which it just doesn't work that way. Okay? So those are the things that you can work on and that we worked on this week, some of the defensive patterns, and hopefully this film allows you to work on them at home.